Esther 5:14b. Vayitav hadavar lifnei Haman, vayas ha'etz. We begin here with the vav consecutive on the call imperfect third masculine singular of the root yatav. Now, we've talked at times about these one vav yod verbs, and there are only a few of these verbs that have a yod in the lexical form that are what I would call actually original one yod verbs. A lot of these become original one vav verbs and then morph with some sort of contraction or something like this. Yatav right here is one of these original one yod verbs. And so you can see here in the call imperfect, you don't get the vav or yod fleeing with a compensatory lengthening. You actually get the contraction of that original yod and it stays right here. So vayitav tells us we're looking at the root yatav. That's a pretty easy one to figure out because all the root letters are there. The matter here, hadavar, is the subject. And so we get here the matter or the thing pleased or was pleasing before Haman. Now, sometimes you'll hear this idiom to say, in the eyes of, le'ene Haman, in the eyes of Haman. Here we get lifnei before. It's very similar, so I think we can leave that there. And the matter or the thing was pleasing before Haman. Now, this last clause is interesting. Vayas ha'etz, and he made the pole, or that wooden beam there, the eitz, the wood, and he made it. Now, when we saw this previously, the instructions or the suggestion from his wife and friends was to let them make. This one, just back up a little bit, is the call imperfect third masculine singular. That's the trick, third masculine singular of the root asa. Remember, vav consecutive form, apocopated, so we lose that final hey. It's a shortened form, but it's a third masculine singular. The instructions previously, or the suggestion, was let them make, and it had a vav at the end of it, a shurik rather, had a shurik at the end of it that made it a third masculine plural. Let them make a pole, but notice here, this thing pleased Haman, and he made the pole. Now, I don't know if we should make too much of that, except just to point out that it's interesting here that Haman was so eager to accomplish this task that it looks like he went and made this large wooden pole.